Forgiveness is a profound and often challenging process that involves letting go of resentment and moving forward with a sense of peace. While many people say they've forgiven someone, truly releasing the emotional burden can be difficult to gauge. Genuine forgiveness goes beyond mere words and is reflected in our thoughts, feelings, and actions. In this video, we will explore 7 key indicators that you have genuinely forgiven someone. From no longer feeling anger or bitterness when you think about the person, to being able to wish them well, these signs will help you assess your journey towards true forgiveness. Understanding these indicators can aid in your personal healing process and lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships.
All right, let's start with the big one. Anger. We've all been there, right? Someone does something hurtful and it's like a volcano of anger erupts inside you. You might feel that heat rising up your neck, or maybe you want to scream into a pillow. It's totally normal to feel angry when you've been wronged. But here's the thing about true forgiveness. It means letting go of that anger. It means choosing to release those negative emotions instead of letting them fester and control you. Think of it like this. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It just means you're choosing to stop letting it control your emotions. It's like saying, you know what? I'm not going to let this negativity rent space in my head anymore. Okay, here's another biggie. The ability to think about the person without feeling a sharp pang of hurt. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like that moment when their name pops up on your phone, or you see a picture of them, and suddenly, you're right back in that moment of pain. Your stomach might clench, or you might feel tears welling up. But here's the thing. When you've truly forgiven someone, those thoughts don't have the same power over you anymore. You can think about the person or the situation without feeling like you're being dragged back into that emotional pit. It doesn't mean you forget what happened, but the pain starts to fade. It's like the difference between a bright, searing pain and a dull ache that eventually goes away completely. You acknowledge the hurt, but then you choose to let it go so you can heal and move forward. Forgiveness is kind of like that. This one might sound a little crazy, especially if you're still feeling hurt, but stick with me. When you've genuinely forgiven someone, you actually start to wish them well. I know, it sounds impossible, right? How can you possibly wish good things for someone who hurt you? But here's the thing, forgiveness isn't about them, it's about you. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of carrying around all that negativity. And when you finally let go of that negativity, something amazing happens. You make space for positive emotions to flow in. It doesn't mean you have to become best friends with the person or condone their actions. It just means that you're no longer holding on to resentment or anger. You're choosing to see them as a fellow human being who makes mistakes, just like everyone else. Chapter 4, sign number 4, letting go of the past. You know how sometimes you get a song stuck in your head and you just can't seem to get it out? It's like it's on repeat, driving you crazy, right? Well, holding on to grudges is kind of like that. You keep replaying the situation in your head, going over every detail, every hurtful word, every painful moment. But when you truly forgive someone, you stop hitting the replay button. You let go of the need to rehash the past constantly. It doesn't mean you forget about it entirely, but it no longer has the power to consume your thoughts and control your emotions. It's like you're finally able to change the channel in your mind and focus on something more positive. Forgiveness means choosing to break free from that cycle and move forward. You're clearing out the emotional clutter so you can create space for more joy, peace, and happiness in your life. Think about it. What good does it do to keep bringing up the past? It's not going to change what happened. Chapter 5, sign number 5, talking about it without the drama. Sometimes talking about the situation that led to the need for forgiveness can feel like walking into a minefield, right? One wrong step and boom, all those old feelings of hurt, anger, and resentment come flooding back. But here's a surefire sign that you've truly forgiven someone. You can actually talk about what happened without getting upset. You can discuss it calmly, rationally, and without feeling the need to rehash every detail of the wrongdoing. It's like the emotional charge has been diffused, and you're able to see the situation with more objectivity. When you've truly forgiven someone, you're able to do so without letting those emotions control the conversation. Chapter 6. Sign number 6. Revenge? No. Thanks, I'm good. Let's be real. When someone hurts us, it's natural to want to see them suffer a little, right? We might fantasize about them getting a flat tire on their way to an important meeting or accidentally spilling coffee all over themselves. But here's the thing about revenge. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It just doesn't work that way. In fact, holding on to those vengeful feelings only hurts you in the long run. It keeps you stuck in that cycle of negativity and prevents you from truly moving on. When you've genuinely forgiven someone, you let go of the desire for revenge. You realize that seeking retribution won't actually make you feel any better. Chapter 7. Sign number 7. Feeling the peace. Have you ever noticed how heavy it feels to carry around anger, resentment, and bitterness? It's like lugging around a suitcase full of rocks. It weighs you down, drains your energy, and makes it hard to enjoy life to the fullest. But when you truly forgive someone, it's like you're finally unpacking that suitcase and setting those rocks free. You experience a sense of peace that washes over you, a lightness in your heart that you might not have even realized you were missing. This peace isn't about the other person, it's about you. It's about releasing yourself from the chains of the past and stepping into the freedom of forgiveness. It's about choosing to see the good, to focus on the positive, and to create a brighter future for yourself. So there you have it, 7 signs that you've truly forgiven someone. Remember, forgiveness is a process, and it's not always easy. It takes time, courage, and a whole lot of self-compassion. But I promise you, it's worth it. When you choose to forgive, you're not doing it for the other person. You're doing it for yourself. You're choosing to break free from the chains of the past and step into a brighter, more peaceful future.